review?
Star Trek Picard, Season 3, Episode 7.
Okay.
Do you know what it was called?
I think it's called Dominion.
Yes, I think
it's
you're right,
not
too.
about the Dominion, though. Okay, spoilers, because you're not watching
spoiler
it.
review.
Yeah, it's not about those guys that drank the Tetrasil White or anything like that, or the Vorta. They're not in it.
You are absolutely correct.
It's only the shapeshifters.
It's called Dominion. Tell us all about it. Spoil it for me. What's
well,
happening with LeVar Burton?
Last week, I wasn't pleased with the episode. I was interrupted like 18 times trying to watch it. So I did watch it again, and I still didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care for the way that they're portraying LeVar Burton and the things that he's doing, and he doesn't want to help them. He says it's going to kill his family, and it's just weird. I don't like the whole storyline with him at all. I think it's not really Geordi. Geordi's always enthusiastic. He's an eager beaver and wants to like fix things and help people and stuff. This Geordi doesn't seem to be the Geordi that we know. So I'm not that pleased with the way that they're having Geordi and his second daughter that is with him.
Why is he so negative now?
He says that he's worried that they're going to that his daughters are going to die because his daughter's been on the ship with Picard this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's arguing with his daughter. I don't know. And the other daughter acts like she's 16 and she says really stupid things. It's following him around.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's supposed to be in Starfleet. But she calls him dad. It's just not the way that you would act. I just think it's really poor writing.
Okay.
With the whole Geordi thing and his family and the things that his daughter is saying, the second daughter. Anyway, I just think it's a bit much. And they're still not caring that much about Riker.
Why not?
I don't know. They're so worried about Data.
What happened to Riker?
He got kidnapped by these evil people. He could be dead as far as they know.
First I'm hearing of it.
That's what happened in the last episode. They seem not to really care about it that much. They were just all focused on putting Data back together. And basically in this episode, okay, this also makes him upset. It's basically like Geordi makes a mistake and somehow lets Lore take over the whole ship, which he would not do.
No, that's pretty much every episode of Star Trek.
Yeah, but it's just bad writing. And they let the bad guys get on the ship? That's their plan, to let the bad guys get on the ship.
But that's Star Trek.
Okay? I think it's
thing is they get really good opponents who take them over, but then the Star Trek crew comes back.
No, that was their plan to let them on.
Why?
It was just a bad plan. Like, anyone could say it was a bad plan.
But that is what happens in Star Trek all the time.
They don't know anything much about these changelings, and they let them all on their ship. Mm-hmm. They're going to trap them between some force fields was the plan.
Ray shields.
Yeah,
That's what they call them in Star Wars. Ray shields.
Then, of course, Allure comes over and frigs it all up and takes the ship over, and the bad guys get out and now we're seeing a new power that Picard's son has. I don't know what's going on with the son. The changelings want him. They say they want to take him home. We don't know. This is the whole thing. They're trying to catch him. And now he can telepathically talk to people. And they can hear him and perhaps talk back because his eyes glow red.
Wait,
so I don't know.
Who can telepathically talk to them?
Picard's son. He's now like a betazoid, but his eyes glow red. Now, if Picard and Deanna Troi had a kid, that might make sense.
Is Dr. Crusher Bajoran now?
Not Bajoran. No.
Okay. Betazoid.
Betazoid.
Yeah.
No!
Bajorans are in Star Trek, though. They're the ones with the pointy noses.
His eyes can... I don't know what's going on with them. They want him. We don't know why they want him. And they're very confident, but what we do see in this past episode, something new, is that this creature this creature is like on the changelings. It's like part of her. The main lady that's after them is a changeling, I guess, and she has a creature that can come out of her hands and talk to her and order her around, and he can torture her sometimes. He's basically like, it sounds like he's threatening all the changelings. Like if they don't get Picard's son and do what he wants, they're all gonna die. Mm-hmm. He seems to be threatening the changelings, I do believe. Mm-hmm. We don't know who this guy is or what he is, or it's still a lot of confusion and why they want the son. And now the son can talk to you, but his eyes glow red and he can read your mind, and then you can read his mind.
Is he a cyborg?
No, he seems to be part changeling, maybe. I don't know.
You know what? I can explain this. I can explain this
okay.
using other franchises. He's a mutant. He just developed these his mutant ability. He's probably in puberty right now. So he just developed his mutant ability, and that is he's a telepath with glowing red eyes. There you go.
Maybe when he was a kid, once he asked a stranger for a popsicle, and they gave him a poison popsicle with changeling on it. I don't know. They've been wanting him forever. They've been looking for him, and Jason, since he was a kid, apparently they've been looking for him. I don't know.
So
it's a lot. But
so
we see Tuvok. We see Tuvok in this episode.
Oh my goodness!
There you go.
Mr. Personality himself, Mr. Tuvok. He has
personality, because guess
what?
He's evil Tuvok.
He's evil Tuvok.
He's evil Tuvok.
Why is he evil?
Because he's not Tuvok. He's a changeling.
Oh.
And Seven's able to trap him into...
That's the only time Tuvok was ever interested.
Yeah. And he has an evil face. And she thinks he has Tuvok captured. And they keep on talking about Admiral Janeway, but we haven't seen her.
They actually brought back Tuvok.
Oh, yeah. He's on there.
Yeah, nice.
He's like talking to Seven. They're asking him for help. And she's trying to test him on things, right?
Is he the first Voyager crew besides Seven to appear in this show?
Yeah.
They never showed anything else. They didn't show Tom Paris.
We haven't seen anyone, but I think Janeway's going to be on it. They keep on talking about her. They've mentioned her quite a few times.
What about the main man, Chakotay?
No.
He's not. They're not talking about him.
No, they're only talking about Janeway, and they never talked about Tuvok. But she's basically she's the only one asked about Riker. She's asking Tuvok if he knows where Riker is.
Seven is.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's not really Tuvok, and they're not really caring that he could be dead. They don't seem to care that much. Are they
talking about straight A student Harry Kim?
No, they're not talking about any other Voyager people because we like to forget them all. Anyway.
What about Miss Popularity, B'Elanna Torres?
No, they're only talking about Janeway. Anyway, we will see. So.
What about the space elf? Cass, are they talking about her?
Voyager.
I know she left. I'm just wondering if they're still talking about her.
No, she's dead now.
Because they only lived for 3 years or something. I don't know.
7, 9 years. I don't know. Anyway,
so Riker's kidnapped.
Well, could be dead. They have no idea.
The only one cares who's Seven, but she's talking to evil Tuvok.
Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, the rest of the TNG crew is out looking for
nobody.
Then what are they doing?
They're running, and they let their bad.
They're running away from this crazy woman who's after his son,
and then they left them all on the ship.
And his son has now become a mutant, so he could join the X-Men. This is a crazy show.
They let them on the ship, and think that their ray shields or whatever are going to help this.
They don't actually call them ray shields in Star Trek.
They don't really call them much right. Anyway,
that's only in Star Wars.
And Picard's son is falling in love with Geordi's daughter, the one that we've seen all along. He has 2 daughters, not the one that says stupid things. That actress must feel really bad. She got a role in Star, and she has to say the most.
Isn't that his daughter?
Things. His real daughter?
Yeah, isn't his real daughter in it?
I don't know. He has 2 daughters in the show. I didn't know it was his real daughter.
No, I think his real daughter's in it.
One of the daughters has been on the show since the beginning, and she has normal things to say, and Picard's son is starting to fall for her. But the other daughter is saying stupid things. The writing is poor. And someone actually mentioned someone walking on concrete in this episode. Now, they're not going to have concrete on space stations in the future. I'm sorry. They're just not going to have concrete. Anyway, I thought
what
that
would they
was
have?
A poured floor. I don't know. They won't have cement, concrete. They're not going to have concrete, cement floors. Anyway, it was just stupid.
They're going to have something futuristic. It's going to be future concrete.
They mentioned something like that. I just think the writing...
They could just call it future concrete.
The writing is... Yeah. There's some bad parts to it. Anyway, I enjoy it.
Is there more
and
swearing?
I don't enjoy it. No, I don't know. I don't think so.
Did LeVar Burton swear?
Not that I realized.
Oh, what about evil Tuvok? He'd be swearing, right?
The only one that's supposed to swear is Riker. He's the only one really.
He's the Boy Scout.
No, Riker always, in his older days, he swears sometimes. Anyway.
Because he's an angry old man
Yes, and he has perfect pitch. You can tell each note. As soon as he hears a note, he can tell what note it is.
Yes, you were talking about him singing. Did you enjoy that?
No. Anyway.
Then why are you so concerned about Riker?
It just doesn't make sense. They should be focusing their efforts on getting Riker back.
I think you're stressed out about Riker's character because he's your favorite character. Okay.
Anyway, I just
Why
think,
else would you be so upset about this?
and also, there's like nobody on the ship. It's supposed to be a ship full of people. There's like nobody there. There's like Sun keeps on walking down these empty hallways. Like they can't have other actors just filler actors. There's like a couple of people we see on the bridge, but the only people we mostly see are these characters that we already know.
What ship?
The ship that they're on,
Yeah,
the Titan.
The Titan.
It
okay.
has a full crew.
How many crew members?
I don't know. There's quite a few of them. There's supposed to be like 100 of them or something. And they're always these empty hallways, and it's only these couple characters that we ever see.
Is it a really big ship?
It's a normal ship. Anyway, it's kind of weird that way. It's kind of, I don't know, because of COVID, they didn't have any other actors in. I don't know. But it doesn't look like a normal, like in Star Trek, people walking down the halls, there's always someone coming past them.
It probably would have, because effects for this show would take a while.
There's not enough people on the ship. Anyway.
It's probably COVID restrictions, I'm guessing.
It's a bit, anyway, we know what's going to, and the other thing is, we know what's going to happen, but I don't know, they haven't done it yet. It's a I don't know if it's an ode to or a copycat of Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole idea is that all these new ships, as they said, can all communicate with one another and ping one another and communicate with another.
The Federation ships?
Yeah.
Why?
But they can. They have them all wired together. They've mentioned this. And of course the changelings are all on all those ships.
It's future technology.
Yeah, but the ships that they got at the museum there, they don't do that.
Yeah, Voyager and that. Yeah, that ship would be busted up.
Yeah, so they should be taking one of those. And at the museum, it's a complete. That's a thing about that's Battlestar Galactica right there, right? Because Battlestar Galactica was being turned into a museum, and
take your word for it. I never got into Battlestar Galactica.
It was the only ship that wasn't programmed with all the others. That's what happened to all the other ships. They all were destroyed because they were all connected, and the virus destroyed them all, right? Whereas Battlestar Galactica was so old, it wasn't part of that network, and that's why it was able to survive. Okay. So I think that could be happening. I don't know. They talked about it last episode, but then they didn't take one of the ships. But then this is the thing about this show being poor. So Geordi's daughter and Picard's son go onto the warbird, steal the cloaking device and install it themselves without telling anybody.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do that. Like, they wouldn't be able to do that.
Well, are they Starfleet?
Well, she is. He's not, and she's a navigator.
But
anyway,
aren't Starfleet officers always going rogue?
It doesn't make
sense. Every time there's a corrupt admiral, they have to go
like,
rogue to bring them down.
Why couldn't they get someone to do it? I don't know. It's just strange stuff like that. Like, there's only got 2 people that can do everything. They have a whole ship full of people. It's just a bit like
maybe
lame.
They're tired.
Anyway, it's a bit lame, and they're not doing it right because, of course, they don't know what they're doing.
Maybe they didn't get a good crew, and the rest of their crew is useless. Kind of like on Voyager.
It's just, if they said there was only 10 of them on the ship, it would make more sense. Okay, so, it's just a bit lame.
End of the day, you're not enjoying this show.
It's getting worse.
It's getting worse.
Yeah, the past 2 episodes have soured me quite a bit. This explanation is better be good about the son and what's going on with him, because it's getting a bit like Shyamalan.
Or is this? Like, or is it becoming lost?
Building and building. Yeah, it's building and building and building, and there is a smoke monster almost. Anyway, we'll have to see.
Doesn't sound like you're enjoying this show.
I enjoyed the first few episodes. I really thought they were good, but it's building up to something I don't think it can live up to.
Why? Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you keep watching this when you're clear? It's clearly upsetting you.
But the past 2 episodes,
this is you enjoying it?
Got me not enjoying it as much.
Doesn't sound like you're enjoying it.
They got to explain why his son has all these powers and why they want him and everything. We still don't know.
I just said he's a mutant.
Okay, he is a mutant. That's for sure. We know that. But anyway, we'll have to see. But I think it was a charming show, and I think they've just sort of, I don't know. It seems not the greatest.
Well, there's still 3 more episodes because it's got 10 episodes according to Wikipedia here. So, are you gonna watch the next 3?
Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch them, and I hope they can redeem themselves.
Sounds like you're gonna hate watch them, like you hate watch Discovery.
Yeah, the past 2 remind me Discovery wise. They're like taking tried and true things and morphing them and twisting them in a way that I don't approve. Christine does not approve.
Okay. I don't know what the ratings
Anyway.
are for this show, but you kind of sound like an old crank.
I
a
am,
bit.
I guess. I just have the last 2 episodes have put me wrong, put me sour on it. But I'm going to continue watching. I hope it can redeem itself and get past these weird
Okay.
things that are happening.
I have no opinion on this. If I hear anything, if I find out anything on the ratings or that, I'll let you know and bring it up here. That's Christine's thoughts on Star Trek Picard Season 3, Episode 7. That was called
The Dominion, or
Dominion. Just called Dominion.
Yeah.
Are you watching Star Trek Picard or any of the other Star Trek shows? Let us know down in the comments below.